I'm Cheryl Algie from Kerrang in Northern Victoria, Australia. And I didn't initially buy this set when it first came out, but I have since it's gone through. It's going through to the next annual catalogue. So it comes with a tree die that cuts out, come here, it cuts out a shape like that. It's got a tree branch, well there's a tree branch in the stamp set, and silly me, I was rushing and trying to get things organised, and I thought, oh okay, I'll stamp some leaves inside these cards that I put a card that I put the leaves on. Oh, where are my leaves? I'm looking all over my desk for the leaves. There's no leaves in the set. They're the die cuts. So I'll show you how I've coloured some of those quite easily. Yeah, so that's what you get with the dies and the stamp set. So I've gone ahead, and I don't know quite why I did this. I'm digressing. I'll do that in a minute. I'll show you how I did my background. Like I said last week, I was trying to find different ways to do backgrounds, and this, I just love this. What have I done with it? This splotchy stamp in here, and I'll show you what I've done with it with some other samples. Can we all see? I probably need to be up there a little bit more. I keep forgetting to look. I get carried away. Now this is just normal white, so we'll try with that. I think I can't actually remember from last week, so I'm going to spritz that. But first, I'm going to, just because I wanted a background for my trees, I didn't want to just put them on white, and I've used several different ways of creating my background, which I'll show you when we get going. So I just stamped, and you could stamp off. I think I might have stamped off on my practice one. Oh, it's not a practice one. It's one that's dry, so I thought we could use that perhaps today, but I'll just show you how I got this background. And I'm not going to clean off my stamp. I think it'll be fine going into, that was, forgetting to tell you, that was the new Wild Wheat, one of the new in colours. May not have appealed to you. And this is got a little copper clay, okay? So I might put that one there. And see, I've got a bit up there and a bit down here. We might fill in with the pebbled path. I didn't initially really like these in colours, but they've grown on me, because we all need neutral colours, and these, it's nice to have fresh new colours. Again, I'm not cleaning the stamp because I'm going from the darker pad to the lighter one. I think I may have stamped off on my other one, but we're not going to with this one. Or maybe I will here to give a bit of, probably not going to see that anyway. I may not even use that, so I might just fill that in. It's good to leave a bit of white space though. So I'll just give that a spritz. I haven't got my little Stampin' Up spritzer. I'm just using my water spray that I use to moisten my, I still use the cleaning fluid, but every now and again, especially in the summertime, your pad gets really dry, so it doesn't need to have the cleaning stuff all the time. So then all I did was this, just spritzed. I'm just going to grab a bit of paper towel. I think I may have done this last week too. The weeks come and go, and I forget what I've done last week. So if you want to know something, ask me while I'm doing it, because once it's gone, I've usually forgotten what I did. It doesn't take me long to remember, of course. I don't know why my other one Winters. Maybe this is white and the other one was, and I have stamped off on the other one, so that's not quite, that's not going to look quite the same, but it's actually not bad. I'll show you my one that I've already done. Just pop that over to the side. Get rid of that wet paper. It's here. So this background is already, yeah, I think I perhaps did stamp off with a couple of those. So it just did the same thing, spritzed it. It's not watercolour, I don't think. I think it's just thick white. Yeah, it's thick, so it was thick white. And that just gave me enough of a background for my card. Okay, so I'm just gonna, sad to see those, here's my dirty one, and I've wet it. Now I want another one, here we go. The girls on Saturday, we had a class on Saturday, they didn't use their, they've had sunbeams with their clean ones, so I just was looking at that, and it is actually, I was going to do that too, but I thought, you all know how to sponge. I've just sponged a crumb cake one with the wild wheat, because initially these ones I cut out from my friend Cheryl's, another Cheryl's, her stamp, her set, because she came Easter Monday and our order hadn't arrived with this one, so I had used hers and I was just going to add some colours. So I had all these ones cut out in crumb cake, so that's why. Now I might just stamp off, because I maybe don't want it as dark. Just thought I'd add a bit of texture with this stamp to the trees. So I just think it gives them a bit of depth and a bit of interest. I think that might be enough, just about. Yeah, so these ink pads are really quite wet because they're quite new. So now that will go over there. There's our background done, and I thought that was pretty nice. I haven't actually, I was making samples for my launch day. That's how this came about, and then I thought, well, I might just keep these and keep this one, not finish it, and show you how this card came about. I like to put a line around where I want. I might not colour all of this in, because as you can see, I've already done one around where I want this colour to go. Oh, I've gone above his eye. I wanted to go below his eye, but anyway, it doesn't matter. He can be different, can't he? So just sort of mark it out. That was with the copper clay. I've got to keep looking. You girls that are coming to launch, that's you, Sharon. Just familiarise yourself with the ink colours, because we'll be doing a couple of little activities where you need to know. It is a bit confusing because we've got another new brown as well. We've got, and it's called Pecan Pie, but it's in the neutrals family, so that's that one. It's different to that one. We have actually got blends for that as well. So it's a lighter brown. It's probably in between soft suede and copper clay, I reckon. Back up there because I'm not going to use them. I'll just go around with my small, not my brush end, my other end, what do you call it? My bullet end. Then I'm going to go in with this brush end and just finish him off. We might finish colouring him because it doesn't take long. And then you can tell me, we can see which one looks the best, because I've done them different. Because I didn't look with my eyes, did I? I just assumed that's what I did. Actually, he might look better with a brown up on top of his head. Now I have used, don't get those two mixed up because they're close, the Pebbled Path. So I've got my new labels on now on most of them. What have we got? That's grey granite and that's Pebbled Path. So we'll do the grey granite first. This is the dark one. So I'll go where I want that. Oh, I should have gone probably into those feathers a bit. Let's just do this. Is this the... Oh, that is the dark. I thought it must have been the light. Who loves their blends? It's probably my favourite form of colouring. I do like watercolouring too, but you've got to be really, I find that you've got to be really patient for watercolouring. I'm a bit impatient and tend to go out the lines a bit, but it's quick. It is really quick. Oh, I should have done his feathers, shouldn't I? The demarcation of his feathers. That's okay, we'll go in, back in with the dark and do that. That's the light. Go in with the dark, and I'll go over that a bit. So I was finding these colours are awesome for colouring the bird, this bird particularly, and any bird really, because a lot of birds are, well, we do have some pretty coloured birds, but a lot of them are browns and greys, aren't they? So just blending out the in between the colours. Now where did I think I wanted that? I don't know, I think that's alright there. If we go with the dark and do the edges. Of his wings and his feathers. And there's no set rules, you can colour. Just do whatever you think when you're colouring. Nobody's going to come along and tell you that's wrong, are they? It all looks good in the end. Even if you do a wobbly one like I just did. I think it'll be fine. I'll just go with the finer one around here. It's the light one. And did I say already this is Pebbled Path? Finding it a really nice colour too. Turn him around because I've cut him out. There's not much to hang on to. I don't know, I might just go over him with this. Actually think I'll go back to the grey granite and just blend those two colours in together. Like so, and around here as well. Oh, I think I might like this birdie better than the one I already did. Doesn't matter, I can use this one and keep the other one. I might just do his, doesn't need much colour on his feet, but I might just do a little bit there. And I did already colour the branch, I won't put you through that again, so I coloured the branch in the copper clay as well. So which bird do we put it off the grotty paper, excuse me. Which bird do we like? Might be because the colour hasn't settled down, but I quite like him with the brown on his head. What do you think? I think I'll just hope that you could see. I didn't look up to see whether you could see what I was doing. Might, oops, don't throw away his branch. Where's my glue? My seal. I might put that onto there first, so that if they've got any overhang. I had a card, I just finished a card before I went live, and I had a bit of overhang. On some of them I've used, I'm not going to put glue in the centre of it. I've used dimensionals, but I thought probably don't need to. It just makes the card fatter, so it doesn't hurt to have it. Still gives it dimension when I haven't stuck it down, if that makes sense. And do I want to, I always think, oh, do I want to put some string on it or not? Probably need to do something with this white here, although that's how it cuts out, so we might leave it how it's supposed to go. Do you agree with me? Do you like the one I've done with the bird a little bit darker? I'll just leave that there because I thought I would do a sentiment. Didn't know if I wanted to do a sentiment, but I think I will. Just grab a piece of scrap and where's my mat? Not sure what I want. I think I might do birthday wishes actually. I might do that in pebble. Oh, I've got the clay. Let's do that and see what we think. Got that out, but I thought, looking at that, I thought it might be just a bit all the same. So let's see. Need a sentiment now, don't we? Might pull in another new set called Lasting Joy. So it's got a nice happy birthday. It's got I'm so sorry, I'm so thankful, always, I missed your birthday, thinking of you, because these ones are the ones that I use the most. May the years ahead be filled with lasting joy. That's nice to put in the centre. You're going through this, so you'd put that with I'm so sorry. Better days ahead. I don't know where that goes with. For you, in my heart, you're in my life. I'm so thankful you're in my life. And it's got little flowers and a couple of leaves and things too. I just put the birthday wishes away. Now, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. It's hard to read upside down, isn't it? We'll see what this looks like. We might have to do pebble path if we don't like this. Grab my trusty punch. Should have given that a bit of time to dry, perhaps. Can't see what I'm doing, can you? So just get that lined up. That's about right, I think. Punch one out of here. See if we like that. I'm going to still put it on here because I will use it for something else if I don't use it for this one. Oh, what have I got that there for? Oh, that was to put... was that to put that on? I got the wrong colour there. I think. I don't know. That was about a week ago I did this, so goodness knows. Oh yeah, I think I like that. You guys like that? I must have been going to put that on there and I don't know why. It's not copper clay. It actually doesn't look too bad. What do you think? Yeah, I think I like that. That's pecan pie. It's just a little bit different because this isn't the cardstock, it's sponged. It just looks a little bit different, which I don't mind. And that would be darker. Yeah, I think I like that. What do you think? I'll pop the bird and the branch on. I might put this on too. Then you can tell me where are my dimensionals? That's a bit hard if I haven't got it on the card because I want to make it straight. I also wanted to have this evenly spaced so that it's not in the way of the tree limb. Oops, over a bit. I'm just going to put that on with glue. Get off my finger. Just pull that off there for a minute. I'm looking at my other one that I did similar, not the same, but similar to this as a guide. I might use the black ones because I forget to use these. I've been using quite a few of them lately. I actually did cut around his feet. Yeah, I think that looks better. I can put him right on the branch. Now, do we think that colour looks okay? It's always difficult to see online that what you're looking at in the reel. But to me, this looks good, whereas on the copper, it doesn't look as good. Anyway, you make one, you can put whatever colour you like. Now we need some, we've got some in colour blingy things. So what colours did I use? Might use Pebbled Path, I think, because someone said to use the pointy end, which I haven't got out on my Take Your Pick tool, so I think I'll use my other little old one that you can't get anymore. And because the other colour's not going to stand out if I use that. Where am I going to put you? About there. And I'll put a little one here. I just need to do the inside. Which should I give myself just use a little... been putting these little pieces inside my cards and giving the girls these for classes. No one's complained. Maybe they're not game to complain. I don't know. So, now we need our bird. Which I'm not going to bore you and colour him in. I'm going to just give him a bit of a sponge. Might as well get an envelope out too while I'm at it. to do him in Pebbled Path. Any demonstrators out there? Have you got all the new in colours yet? You're still working on getting some, or I could have put the bird, this one, couldn't I? He looks a bit funny if he's not on a branch though, doesn't he? I might just do a portion of him. That'll do. And we'll use a bit of copper clay. I'm learning these names. Which brush did I use for you? Would have been this one, I think. That'll do anyway. I don't know that I need to ink that again. It's probably got enough on it. Inside, so I might just quickly show you some of the cards I've created using this set for my launch day. Because usually have too many samples. Rhonda really always helps me, so we always go a bit crazy and do too many. That's not sticking. Have I not got glue on there? Possibly not. That would be why. Got to put glue for it to stick, don't you? So I've tried to make them different to show the versatility of the set. Clean those in a sec. So I've got this one we've just done. This is the one I did earlier. And I'll show you how my thought process developed for this one. I was looking through my papers to see, the daisy papers these are, to see what would go. And when I put this one behind this die cut, I thought, oh, that's what I want to do. But the paper goes the other way, so I couldn't use that. So I thought, right, don't let that beat you. So this is just ink swiping with, I was wishing I could have, I meant to use daffodil and I grabbed the crushed curry. So that's wild wheat, crushed curry and azure. Just with, I've done the ink swiping before. And the leaves were just cut out of, I'm not sure if it was white or thick white or shimmery, because I've still got some of that. And this is out of the rose gold. So I thought that was, you should take it out of the plastic, shouldn't I? I've got to take photos anyway, so. And then this one I cased from somewhere, Pinterest I think. So it's not my idea, but I love that on the, I was going to use the new lemon lime twist, but when I put it with that and then put it with Parakeet Party 1, I just love that colour. This one I was going to add the leaves to, and they didn't look right. I've cut the, show you this one too. I cut the leaves apart. This one was cased from Jana's Paper Dreams on YouTube. She had used the mushrooms out of the Ringed with Nature set. These ones are from Happy Hedgehog, and it's just, again, just sponging. The grass is from Seaside Bay, and the foliage is from, it's just about my favourite leafy set now, is from this one, Botanical Layers. So I've just stamped those, stamped them off. I've done some stamping and some sponging on top of, that's just white. So I've just sponged with Pebbled Path and stamped on top, or I might have used Early Espresso, I'm not sure. And then for the base of it, this was white, and I've just used this sploshy stamp on a white piece and just stamped off and stamped all the way around it. That stamp is super handy. So there's that one, and that one was, as I said, I was going to put the leaves on there, but they just looked wrong. Here's a couple of other leaves that I die cut when I had Cheryl's set. So I was going to put the leaves there, and they just didn't look, that's probably the wrong colour, but they just didn't, I didn't like that. So then I had to, but I wonder what those would look like. Then I had the trees down too low, so I had to move them up. And that's, this little die here is from Grassy Grove, because I had to hide the bottoms of the tree. Again, that was cut apart. Those two were cut apart, so you don't need to use it in the oval. You can cut it apart and just use the trees. Oh, this girl that did this one, she had like a spooky tree, like thrown across it, which I have got. I've got it in the box to give my granddaughter because she loves Halloween. I thought, well, I could use that, but it's not current, and I have not even used it because it was going out when I purchased it. It's a couple of years ago. So yeah, so I hope you like what I've done with this set so far. I think I'm just about done. Well, I was just about done with this set, and then I had some, where are they? These are so pretty. I did some leaves the same way as I showed you before, with the splotchy one, and that's lemon lime twist, and shaded spruce. I had to look at the name, goodness. So that would be really nice on a lemon lime background. I've just got to work out how to position the leaves. And you also get this die cut as well that I have not used. So I'll cut a few of them out and I haven't used them, so you can use them with the trees as well. So yeah, might have to have another bit of a play with that before I put it away. So there you've got a little bit of a taste of what's to come for launch day. All right, everyone, thanks for joining me. Okay, thanks everyone. Hope to see you next Thursday afternoon. Bye-bye.